A rash of deadly foodborne illnesses triggering mass recalls across the country, and it's causing some Americans to become increasingly worried about the food supply chain. This after the latest report of a deadly E. coli outbreak involving some McDonald's burgers and other recent tainted foods, including boar's head deli meat, several different brands of frozen waffles, too. NewsNation's Kelsey Kernstein joining us live from a McDonald's right here in Chicago. Kelsey, are you seeing people staying away from the fast food chain this morning, or is that drive-through popping off?
I'll tell you what, Markie, despite these issues, it has been busy here this morning at McDonald's. In fact, more busy than it was even yesterday. But yes, we're learning that the CDC actually informed McDonald's about the potential link between an E. coli outbreak and their quarter pounder late last week. It wasn't until this week that they actually pulled the quarter pounder from some of their menus in some states. But it's not just McDonald's that is dealing with food issues. There are recalls happening across the nation. In fact, it's leading some people to question whether it's even safe to eat at home.
American staple McDonald's is reeling after an E. coli outbreak hit several stores across the nation.
If you're eating fast food, be careful out there.
The outbreak infecting as many as 50 people, killing one and sending 10 to the hospital. About 20% of McDonald's restaurants across 10 states have been forced to pull the quarter pounder off their menu.
I've been to McDonald's a handful of times in the last month or two, and yeah, E. coli would definitely be scary, so I'm going to be taking a break from them for a little while.
Health leaders say preliminary evidence leads them to believe the onions are the likely culprit, but continue to investigate. Despite this, McDonald's USA president telling the Today Show Wednesday he's confident it's still safe to eat at his restaurants.
Yeah, we took swift action yesterday to remove the quarter pounder. I want to say to our consumers that you can confidently go to McDonald's today.
Americans are also worried if what they're serving up at home is even safe, as grocery stores pull a slew of items over listeria concerns. From Treehouse Krusty's waffles and pancake mixes to Bruce Pack's ready-to-eat meals, these food safety lapses have people heated. Food service specialist Sharif Metyaz blames the suppliers.
Some process broke down, some standards were not upkept. That leads to issues, and that's what you're seeing in the Costco's of the world that had to recall a number of items.
So we asked if Americans should be concerned about how safe the supply chain is with all of these issues.
It's very safe. There's these issues that pop up, but in the totality, you're talking less than, 0.001% of product that is, questionable potentially due to safety concerns.
To reduce some of these issues, the FDA is working on a strict documentation process on how food moves through the supply chain, and that is set to go into effect starting in January of 2026. Markie.
Okay, good to know, because some of these recent headlines have been scary. Kelsey, thank you so much. Speaking of scary, thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.